Jim Enward is saying 200 mil.
No. No, I mean, that doesn't sound wrong. I'll be honest with you. That sounds about right.
What did I say? I said in the hundreds.
In the 100 millions, yeah.
And I was like, I was thinking between 100 and 200.
Yeah.
But could be maybe up to 200.
By the way, we're not moving to Spotify, which is a joke, because people don't even... No, we're not.
I don't understand some people that watch the show and just go, I watch ROTC daily, and I take everything literally.
Someone said, what is Spotify? And I think that's going to be the biggest problem that Mr. Rogan is going to be facing is, look, a lot of people know what Spotify is, but not everybody does, and not everybody has it. The musical streaming is spread across so many different platforms, or any streaming, podcast streaming, everything.
But Spotify, you said it yourself just now, it's music streaming. It's not known for podcasts. I know there are podcasts on it, but nobody I know is like, I gotta go to Spotify. The only time I've ever used Spotify is if I look up a podcast because I want to goof on it, and it's only on Spotify. Like, you'll look and you'll see it's on like Spreaker and like Spotify, and you're like,
Stitcher.
All right, Spotify, I guess, but nobody's going over to Spotify and making, man, I can't wait to check out all my favorite podcasts.
Well, so this is the announcement that, by the way, I have been sent probably 130 times.
Couple times on my end too.
So Rogan has a big announcement to make. Why don't we let him say it?
Hello, everybody. I have an announcement. The podcast is moving to Spotify. I signed a multi-year licensing agreement with Spotify that will start on September 1st. Starting on September 1st, the entire JRE library will be available on Spotify as well as all the other platforms. Then somewhere around the end of the year, it will become exclusive to Spotify, including the video version of the podcast.
Boom, 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 boom.
Exclusive, including the video version. Because at first I thought this was just going to be his audio version, which, whatever. But I don't think Spotify is known for their video streaming. You know, like you said, the music. But even, our podcast is on Spotify. It's on all the other fucking things. But I'm not mad at him, because 200 million, who would say no to that?
Yeah,
right?
and I'm not mad at him also because I frankly don't care. It's not like nothing's being taken from me.
Right.
So I'm like, hey, no, Joe Rogan,
if
go
anything,
ahead.
YouTube just opened up a little bit more.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, my sociopathic side is loving this because we're in the same business as Joe Rogan. We're not at all competitors of his, but in essence, we are competitors.
We sell snake oil pills?
We're in the same industry. So to me, I look at it as like we're a small credit union, and we just found out Bank of America is declaring bankruptcy and going out of business. There's no way it's not good. Like, on some level, for anybody who's on YouTube, this is a good thing for you. You know what I mean? This is a lot of people like, oh, shit. People are going to be freed up to watch other shit. This is great. I want to see I want everyone bigger than us to fail. Is that wrong?
No,
everyone that is above us, I want them to fail miserably because I want their place. So that's the circle of life. It's some real Lion King shit.
The other thing with the YouTube, I mean...
Fletch in the chat writes, leaving YouTube? Good.
I mean, of course, it had to be just a ridiculous amount of money, right?
It was probably, if I had to guess, I think Jim Enward might be a little bit above. Here's what I think. I think the deal is for about 150, 160 million, and the condition that Brendan Schaub never be allowed back on the show.
Well, let's see if that's
Spotify's like, look, man, just don't bring that idiot around.
Let's see if that's in here.
Around the end of the year, it will become exclusive.
Next thing
to
he says
Spotify.
is no Brendan Schaub anymore. You're like, hey!
Hold on, I'm downloading Spotify.
Are you kidding me? I'm downloading it on 5 devices later. God bless you guys.
Including the video version of the podcast. It will be the exact same show. I am not going to be an employee of Spotify. We're going to be working with the same crew, doing the exact same show.
We obviously understand you're not an employee of anyone. Like, I don't know why people even need that explained to them. Joe, listen, there's one thing I'm never going to accuse you of, is being anyone's employee.
No, but you may not be an employee of Spotify. in the same way, if you're an Uber driver, you're not an employee of Uber, you're a contractor. You're going to be a contractor for Spotify. But here's the thing, though. You're not working for them, but they have the exclusive streaming rights. So now stuff is going to be copyright struck on YouTube from Spotify directly because they have the exclusive streaming rights of the Joe Rogan show. Mm-hmm. The video aspect I don't understand because there's a lot of people that use the cast at their TV to watch a lot of shows. There's probably a lot of people watching our show right now that are casting from YouTube into their TV, which is something that DLive should really incorporate. But whatever. Even Amazon Prime, when they first came out, they came out with their app and they're like, you could cast to the Fire Stick, but not to Google. And then enough people are like, well, the fuck you, I won't use it. Then now you can cast the Google devices because
everybody that tries this, not being interoperable with other things,
right.
It never works out for them because people are like, look, I'll pay you for your service, but
and maybe you can cast. I don't know. I don't have Spotify, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I don't know. We're not gay, so.
The exact same show. I'm not going to be an employee of Spotify. We're going to be working with the same crew, doing the exact same show. The only difference will be...
We'll be on a platform nobody watches. That's the only difference, guys. Nothing's changed. Hey, you remember when WWF moved over to TNN for a little while? It's going to be kind of like that.
It's to Spike.
And they immediately went running back to USA.
Only difference will be it will now be available on the largest audio platform in the world. Nothing else will change. It will be free. It will be free to you. You just have to go to Spotify to get it. We're very excited to begin this new chapter of the JRE, and I hope you're there when we cross over. Thanks.
I have a question.
Sure.
How does this affect all his little spin-off guys?
That's what I was thinking, too.
Is like Santino going over there and Schaub and Theo Vaughn and Brian Callen? Is everybody heading over to Spotify?
I doubt it. I mean, they have look. Let's be honest. Would you like to fire the kid or not? They have a pretty decently sized YouTube channel. So I would doubt that they're going to take that leap. Joe Rogan could do this. I don't think these other guys could do this. Someone says that's not the largest audio platform, maybe the largest streaming library, maybe. But the upside is maybe no more autoplay Rogan videos after our videos. But he now has the entire Spotify infrastructure behind him that's going to be copy striking anything. I bet you even clips anything.
Oh yeah, no, and I feel bad because even people now that do transformative shit are going to have to fight tooth and nail. They're going to be popping Ping Trip and all these other guys that have been known for years for doing lighthearted send-ups of Rogan shit, the cut-up videos and the silly shit. He's not going to be allowed to do that anymore. And he can fight it with the whole transformative content, but you and I have already seen firsthand what happens. When these big companies dig in their heels, YouTube always sides with them. So if you say, no, I want to appeal it, this is transformative, Spotify will go, no. I have a feeling a lot of that shit's going to go on now. It's going to be a lot of these transformative works aren't even going to be covered. And, I know there's already people thinking like, well, fuck that, the law, the precedent. Okay, then you go to court with Spotify. That's the problem. Nobody's going to. Most people at the end of the day are going to have the choice. Take the fucking video down and eat the strike, or you can go to court with Spotify. And most people are going to go, let's take the video down. So this is going to kill a lot. Not only is this killing Rogan on YouTube, this is going to hurt YouTube in that sense.
I'm always happy when YouTube gets hurt.
Of course. But this is now going to hurt certain people on YouTube that I like Ping Trip and others.
Hasn't he... I've had a couple different people when they said this to me said that he's shit on Spotify in the past. Maybe I'm wrong, but he might have. Again, the amount of money they're paying him is probably astronomical. Mm-hmm. I mean, look, on a human level, obviously you don't say no to that. Who would say no to that?
I would take it. I would take it in a heartbeat. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, who would say no to that? But the downside to all this, at least in my opinion, is going to be, not the downside to him. His viewership's going to. I mean, I look. I know this is maybe a crazy prediction, but probably half, at least half.
Easily.
I mean,
easily because
I'm just looking at when Howard. Remember when Howard went to Sirius?
The user base of Spotify compared to YouTube is embarrassing. I don't think you're being overblowing it. I think it's going to be more than half. It could potentially be more than half of its audience.
That's just my guess. Because, yeah, there's a lot of people that love Joe Rogan. Don't get me wrong. There's people that are fans of Rogan. I've told the story that I was at a restaurant when we were still allowed to be people on Valentine's Day, and we were sitting next to this other table, like 4 people, and there was a dude that was talking about like, yeah, man, you know, like I only eat meat now, and you know, and I've been taking these supplements, which is good for you, and like just doing all this stuff, and he didn't mention anything. And I look over and I go, want to fucking bet this guy's a Joe Rogan fan? And 5 minutes later, his wife goes, yeah, he loves Joe Rogan. He's always listening to him. I'm like, so there's an archetype Joe Rogan listener that's going to always be there, that will follow him wherever he goes.
Oh, he's going to bring some fucking bodies over to Spotify.
But
there's a lot of people, and I mean, it happens with Rogan. It even happens with our little shitty show. We can go over to D Live right now. We catch a band, and a nice chunk of you guys are going to go, fuck that. I'm coming to D Live. I'm not going to miss my favorite show. A large swath of you are going to go,
yeah.
What else is on YouTube?
When we get popped, and we hit, like the last time we got popped in the middle of the show, we went to D Live, and we still had like 2,000 people watching us live, which was nice. But
yeah, there's always going to be a large chunk that's like,
whenever we get popped or we're off for a week or something, all the messages, you guys just stop doing the show. I'm like, no, we're still doing it and that's the thing that's going to happen with Rogan. A lot of the views that Rogan gets is because not just on our show, but on almost every show, he autoplays. Like he comes up with the next video, and
he's their baby.
I think people don't understand how much stuff Rogan, how many of Rogan views come from recommended videos, come from that, and those views add up. They're people that just watch Rogan when he has a guest on that's worth watching, you know, like an Elon Musk on or whatever, or whatever. You know, nobody really cares about Rogan's. Well, some people do, but most people don't really care about Rogan's MMA shows, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that viewership piece, he's really going to change.
Vince in the chat points out to you, Spotify devours data on your phone, and that much I do know.
Yep.
I've done that. You go out to the pool, and you're like, that's all I got is Spotify. You pop that on it. Man, if you ever want, like, even if you have unlimited, there's like, you can go into your settings and check how much like data is being eaten up by something. And Spotify is definitely one of those programs where you're like, hey guys, you ever heard of file compression? Like there's ways to do this. Like say what you want about YouTube, to their credit. YouTube should eat up a lot more data on your phone than it does. They've actually, I got to give credit sometimes, even to people I hate. YouTube built a platform that is unrivaled in terms of being able to stream it. You ever been streaming a fucking YouTube, like a song off of YouTube on like I-95 in like Florence, South Carolina, and it'll still kind of play. Like, you know what I mean? Like they've compressed it. But yeah, Vince is right. Spotify has, like, you'll notice, dude, everything runs really slow once you have Spotify on it.
Yeah.
Change your battery too. Like, again, like Roy said, though, I don't blame Joe. I would take the money. Somebody in the chat said something about, Howard Stern, he took $500 million. It worked out. I'm like, yeah, it worked out pretty good for Howard Stern. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, say what you want. Yeah, the show sucks, and your experience with him sucks. But let's not pretend like Howard Stern's life is worse. Like, he could do whatever the fuck. He takes helicopter rides daily to work now. That's a pretty good gig.
Right. So that's the point. Like, yes, Howard Stern's viewers, he lost more than half. I mean, he lost like the majority.
The entire country used to listen to him in the morning.
Right.
Like most guys would listen to him in the morning.
So that's all that went away, and I think Rogan's going to have the same thing. But again, I don't think for Rogan it's about that. I think he just wants the money. I mean, that's it.
That's what it was about for Stern. Stern wanted the money, and he wanted to work at a place where he gets his own wing, and he gets a fucking elevator for his limo. And he knew like he was never going to get that from like Clear Channel or, you know what I mean, Next Media. He knew he had to go to Sirius and take their money. Joe's doing the same thing. Joe probably wants to install a car elevator in this fucking shitty studios. Who knows? Like, he may want to move out of that industrial park in somebody will know what town it is, but it's in L.A. It's one of the little suburbs of L.A. He probably wants to move out of that, and probably, I guarantee you, watch, that'll be his next move. He'll move out of that industrial park, and he'll probably buy some retarded baller-ass studio. He might actually be prepping for this move he's been talking about.
Somebody said that Spotify buy JRE clips too, like his clip channel. Probably. I'm sure this is all inclusive. I'm sure it's going to be everything.
Yeah, they're not going to let him do clips and shit. I doubt it. I'd be fucking highly doubtful.
I don't think so. I don't know if his old stuff will stay on there.
Although
I don't know.
I think that's a dumb move. I would have told Spotify, you got to give me 2-3 clips a week. You got to let me do that, so that way I could at least
plug
that could be part of the deal. They might say, all right, look, you can't put all your but you're allowed to put up couple clips a week, because that would be dumb on Spotify's part to not let him go on other platforms, because it would be dumb of any company. If I signed if we started a website and we signed people and exclusively and said we want most of your content to be here, you know, me and Royce would be telling people, yeah, but still pop a few clips up on YouTube and plug the website. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
Apparently said on Instagram, clips will still be on YouTube. So I guess he's still going to be having the clips up there.
Culver City, thank you guys. That's Culver City is where his little industrial park.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know if he. I look, man. Do I think he's actually going to move to Texas? I don't know. He might not. I don't know. He might be too comfy there, but who knows? He's just saying it. It's the
He's
same.
also tweeting about how much he misses the Comedy Store, man. What a central part of like
cringe,
his
right?
Such a central part of my life, man. That's so funny.
Right?
Yeah, because he's like, man, this quarantine really made me realize how much that place means to me and so many other people. Like Louis J. Gomez retweeted him and was like, I wish I cared about any place that much. But I don't. Sorry.
Yeah, and if his clips are on YouTube, then people might still be okay playing those and doing that. I don't know.
They would have to. It would be very foolhardy of them to say, hey, don't put any clips up. Don't promote our platform on other platforms.
You know, someone brought something up about Rogan and moving to Texas, which something that we missed, a glaring thing that we missed. Texas doesn't have the same lax weed laws that California has. Like, weed's not legal in Texas. You know what I mean? Now, I know what everybody's thinking. I know that who gives a shit. You can still, but again, I think that's going to be a big thing for him. He's pretty comfortable. Is Rogan going to go back to fucking buying weed from a guy down the street? You know what I mean? Because there's no shops there.
Yeah, but I mean, you just get he's got enough lackeys.
Brendan will go run some weed to him.
Yeah, I mean, Brutus the Barber Beefcake made an entire career just carrying around Hulk Hogan's weed. You don't think Rogan can't afford a Brutus the Barber Beefcake? That's what Brendan Schaub is. It's his Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
Yeah, weed is just fucking Brendan is sticking in his ass across the borders. Rogan's like, you don't have to do that, bro. Just put it in your trunk.
Do what? No, I just like to do this, yo.
That's just where I carry it, bro. I call it my man pocket. I just keep it in there, dude.
What, you don't have a man pocket? What's up?
Bro, what are you,
Papa,
gay?
you don't have a man pocket? Papa. Oh, he doesn't put things in his ass? Okay, boomer. Like, all right, Brendan. I'm so glad we took this spot. I don't know why in my fantasy they're taking a bus ride together. Mm-hmm. I don't know why they'd ever take a bus.
No.
Just riding from LA.
Sitting in the back.
Sit with weed in his asshole in a Greyhound.
Can't sit here.
Seats
taken. So, yeah, I don't know if Brendan Pickles is going to be his running man, but again, do you think that if he does move, that some lackeys will move with him? I think some will.
No, some of them will.
I think
some of the big banner acts, the big names. You know what I mean? Well, you know.
No. Who's some of the big names?
Like Brendan Schaub and
who else? Who's another big name?
Theo Vaughn, right? Yeah. Tom Segura.
Waiting for the big names.
Andrew Santino.
All right.
Huh? We got
Cummings?
Andrew Santino for you. Nah, Cummings doesn't need fucking Rogan.
Yeah, that's true. Bert Kreischer, though, he'll go to Texas.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he'll take his shirt off. So there you go, Spotify.
Dumb bit. What a fucking.
He has had his shirt off for 10 years now straight. We get it. You're an overweight guy, and it's funny.
It would be funny. One special. I'll give him that one special. But then you become pigeonholed. Like that's like you expect Gallagher to hit fruit. You expect Bert to take his shirt off. It's
going to be somebody really needs to make if I were friends with those people and I could get access to them and film stuff, I would film a mockumentary about Bert Kreischer reinventing himself, and just having him be like just interviews with him where he's like, yeah, so I put the shirt back on, and I'm gonna be doing a special in a shirt. Just going back to my roots. Just have a crew following him around, but like film it with a lot of noir style, right. So it feels like one of those like documentaries about like a comic launching a comeback in his career, and like just have people interviewing like it, like, oh yeah, I don't know why he always takes their shirt off.
I'm glad Ari dosed him.
Mm-hmm.
Really,
she overdosed him.
Fucking really am. Anyway.
Just have him smoking cigarettes and being all dark and like, fucking brooding, and be like, yeah, I started really kind of opening up my soul, talking about my pain.
and then there would be a scene
behind the shirt is what 5002 is called.
That's perfect.
Behind the shirt.
And then there would be a scene in the movie that would be amazing. And the scene in that movie would be him standing on stage wearing a collared shirt, nice shirt, trying to reinvent himself. And all you hear from the crowd is, take the shirt off, take the shirt. And he just turns around and a single tear goes down his face. He goes,
it's take the shirt off, but mixed with other shouty requests like, do the machine.
Yes.
Do the machine. He's just like, I can't get out. I built this prison for myself, and now I can't escape it.
Fucking would be amazing.
Do the machine with the shirt off. He's just like... So my wife left me recently, and there's a lot of pain when you don't have your kids around. Take it just keeps hearing it, like, fuck, man. And then just a clip of some like L.A. legendary was it Perry Cavallo? It would be a clip of Perry Cavallo going, "It was a disaster. I felt so bad for the kids. Like, he really ate his own ass. It's terrible."
And it would be filmed exactly where they would go from comic to comic, and there would be like, it seems like he was more than his shirt, but the audience didn't know that.
Black and white, a lot of sax music, like a sad old detective movie. And then like the cover of the DVD would be a shirt hanging from a mic stand, like draped over a mic stand.
I love this. Let's
then,
get
like
this
5002 said, behind the shirt, the Bert Kreischer story.
I love this. This is amazing.
I like this. We're gonna do this. By the way, our idea. Nobody steal that. It's our idea.
Theo Von be like, yeah, man. Like after he put his shirt on, he was a different person. He wouldn't call me anymore. He used to hang out all the time, man.
Man, after a show, dude, he would just like pop his shirt back on, immediately stop drinking, man. Like it was all a gimmick, dude. It was crazy. I want this to be made. You guys could probably, knowing these sick fucks, they're actually talented enough. You guys could probably take a bunch of already existing footage and just alter some of it and make this thing on your own. Like, you don't even need his cooperation. Let's be fair. You could take clips of just people talking to Bert, being around Bert, clips of Bert in an interview. You could probably splice it and manipulate it where it just has a dark tinge and it's all about how he's changing his career.
Bill Burr be like, I guess the shirt took away his power. I don't know. Yeah, but what do I know?
It's like, I don't know, man. I don't like to rely on that physical stuff. Taking his shirt off, things like that was never my style. But hey, what do I know? I'm not going to tell him how to, he's an artist, I guess, right? Tell him, you don't tell him what to do.
Hey, well, here's an half of Sherry's berries.
What am I supposed to do? Walk into the Sistine Chapel and tell Michelangelo to put his shirt on? It's like, wait, what?
And then there'll be a picture of Bert with his shirt off on the Sistine Chapel. No. Mike, how could we not make...
Finger touching God, and God is Joe Rogan.
God is Joe...
There you go. Boom, it's done. And done. You're welcome, Hollywood.